Now, 7 weather with meteorologist Vivian Gonzalez.
Good morning, South Florida. We are waking up to very warm and humid conditions, and it's only going to get hotter. So start thinking heat safety, especially heading into the afternoon. Try to avoid the midday sun, but if you're going to be outside, dressing lightly, drinking plenty of water, wearing your sunblock, and reapplying often is the key. 77 in Miami, 79 in Fort Lauderdale, already up to 81 in Key West with calm winds inland up to 8 miles per hour along the coast. And check out the humidity at 82%. And here's a look at the radar. The sweeps picking up on false returns. It is dry. Our main weather story will be the heat, and that's because of this huge heat dome that's over us, and it's blocking all sorts of weather systems away. So the southern and central plains will be dealing with another severe weather outbreak. Measurable rain in South Florida not expected in about 7+ days. Now, as far as our forecast is concerned for tomorrow, we're going to keep things dry with a familiar feel. And then on Wednesday, we're going to turn up the heat another notch as winds shift out of the south-southwest. So temperatures will actually top off most likely in the mid-90s. We're going to be flirting with records and also feeling much hotter into the triple digits. And we're going to be in the danger zone most likely heading into Wednesday and Thursday. As far as your boating forecast, looking okay. No advisories, south-southeast winds, 5 to 10 knots, seas building 2 feet or less. Biscayne Bay will be at a light chop. In the Florida Keys, we're going between a light to a moderate chop with seas inside the reef building 1 to 3 feet, 2 to 3 foot seas beyond the reef. And we'll have east-southeast winds up to 15 knots. The next tide cycle, that's going to be low tide coming up in a few minutes in Fort Lauderdale. Then at the end of this hour for Miami at 7:41, at 8:17 in Key West, and water temperature is at 85 degrees. So it's running like bath water. And South Florida today, look for steamy sunshine. The forecast high for Miami is at 91, 90 in Fort Lauderdale, 87 in Key West. Tonight we'll have a few high clouds, a light breeze, not to help the situation feel any better, with temperatures in the upper 70s around mainland South Florida to about 80 degrees in Key West. And your extended outlook calls for blazing sunshine on Wednesday, forecast high of 94. Same for Thursday, and only a slight chance of a few showers into the long weekend. That's your 7 on 7 forecast. Please don't go anywhere. 7 News Today in Florida. We'll be right back.
Thanks with what we can expect on this Monday. Good morning, Viv.
Good morning. And we have this area of high pressure that is providing for a lot of hot air, and it extends all the way into the Gulf, and it's acting as a roadblock, keeping fronts away for now. And here's a look at temperatures at 70 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, 78 in Hollywood, same for Hialeah, Miami reporting 77 and 75 in Homestead. And as we move across the Florida Keys, temperature readings here in the lower 80s, both Marathon and Key West at 81. The sweeps showing and confirming it is dry, and measurable rain won't get introduced into the forecast for quite some time. There's a ton of dry air filtering in on all levels. So your day planners going with bright sunshine, temperatures climbing into the upper 80s by noon, into the lower 90s heading into the afternoon. So by 3 p.m. likely 91, still in the upper 80s by 6 p.m. But take a look at the rain chance at a 0%. So it's time to start thinking heat safety. You want to dress lightly, use sunblock, and drink plenty of water. Your complete outlook is coming up in 15 minutes.